Alright, we are here. I assume
I'm
no
there.
trouble since we're with Nok-Nok, but that don't mean anything. In fact, let's actually put him. Never mind. What's going on? Knock, 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 knock. Half stumbles in, clanking and rattling from a number of fetishes adorning his body. Teeth, pebbles, so much so he looks like a filthy bead curtain. You have no idea when he was able to dress up like this. He stops before you, his back straight, then and does his best to look down upon you, but the effect ends up being something of a mess. Before you can speak, Knock-Knock addresses you, drawing out his words like proclamations. You have been summoned, Dora, the mother of beasts. Speak! He raises his arms in a flourish. Through me! Oh, God. And of course, Jublas is here to give him shit. Jublas takes out his notebook with a sigh. Go on, my big-eared friend. You deserve your own chapter in my upcoming book, Amazing Paradoxes and Incredible Nonsense Within Eastern Afghanistan. It's a working title. uh, you broke my law, you must make amends, bring down the shrines. Take off that ridiculous costume now. Knock-Knock looks downcast and removes the array of fetishes. As he does, they cascade to the ground, rolling everywhere. Hundreds of them spill into dirt and grass, clicking as they roll. Knock-Knock looks alarmed for a moment, then he looks at you warily. They not give you leave to construct shrines in my capital. Knock-Knock blinks and he seems to deflate. But, yes, we built many shrines to worship the mother, one sign of great goblin hero to earn her favor. He swallows and his ears droop. She not welcome here? Knock-Knock not welcome here? Oh man, don't say it like that, dude. I'm going to go with lawful neutral on this one. You broke my law and you must make amends and bring down the shrines. But, Knock-Knock looks down, tears in his eyes. I just wanted to be hero. Knock-Knock nods, but as he turns to leave, his feet finds one of the fetish beads on the ground and his foot slips off from under him, sending him crashing down with a wild screech. There's a moment of silence at the fallen goblins played on the ground, then a series of light chuckles from the guards and goblins alike. Don't laugh at poor Knock-Knock. The chuckling persists as Knock-Knock staggers to his feet and dizzy makes a hapless parade on the way to the shrine, punctuated by further collapses, each one causing more laughter in the audience than the last, until Knock-Knock weakly reaches the shrine and clutches onto it like a drowning goblin. Poor Knock-Knock. The guard claps in genuine appreciation apparently, and Knock-Knock gives a respectful weary nod to you, then shuffles off. The laughter hour persists among the audience for some time, and you realize it's good to hear laughter during these difficult times. I feel like an ass. I'm sorry, man. Poor Knock-Knock. Crew trying to Lamashtu, the mother of beasts. When you destroy shrine, you hear boom in smelly capital. Okay.
Follow
Is
if
there
you dare.
anything here? Holy shit. There's all kinds of goblins in the area. I guess we did say that he could bring his peeps here. Actually, did we say he could bring his peeps here? Oh, he said he was bringing his peeps here. We never stopped him from doing so. Yeah, that was kind of my bad. It's okay. Goblins need a home too.
I'm there.
I actually hope for the next game that they actually go out of their way to make a character like Knock-Knock. Not the same. I don't want to have another laughing, joking character. It should be a serious one, in my opinion. But a goblin paladin of Lamashtu would be fucking tits. I'm just saying it right now. I would totally play that character. But I would like to see the goblin race actually added to the game. We already have halflings and half orcs and everything else. Why not have those guys too? So, meh. Up to them. But that'd be pretty solid. Let's see. I'm assuming that completed the quest. I didn't even bother to pay attention. Sorry. Yeah, green check mark, so we're good to go. So really, we're back to capital. Well, first, before we go back, quick save this. Let's check the area, make sure there's not like a cave or something that's dying to be explored. Obviously, nothing over the river, because that's our rush light. We've already visited Rill and Spill. We never collected you. Oh, that's because it's in the dire marches. That's not part of our territory. Right. Yeah, and of course our shrines. Mysterious shrines waiting to be delved and dived into and all that fun shit. But yeah, I think we're good. I'm surprised. I don't know when it shows up. Maybe it's later. I mean, obviously it had to be later. But we haven't really hit anything that makes us take over Tours of Lebanese. I thought we would have gotten that. We could explore this area, I suppose, because there is an unexplored road. But I don't know. Let's go back to where we're at. What's the closest? Probably here, right? 10 hours versus 23 hours. Yeah, pass on that. Head back home, kid. Quick save that. Oof, just in time. Head to the throne room. We're going to take a quick gander at our capital before we head back out on the open road. I'm going to take on the Tours of Lebanese and just see if there's anything else over there to do. We did have treasure that I think we left behind, so there is that as well. But I don't know that it's worth wasting our time on. We got nothing else to do. It's either that or rank ups. And again, we need to do those, but as you can see, people are busy right now. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do... First, can we claim the region? We can. We need to buy some BP to do it. Okay with that, matter of fact. Quick save. Journal. What does our curse do? Yeah, we can do another 14. I say we go for it. What do you think? Doesn't matter. You think because you're not going to be able to tell me. But it does matter to me. Let's see what happens here, though. Hopefully we didn't have something show up in the last few days of that month. Because we weren't quite at the end yet. Success. Darn, our marches are ours. We'll put stuff there before too long. Oh, I'm going to have to scum it. Triumph and disasters and everything else. Success, triumph. Okay. That's why we scum save. Oh, this coffee's terrible. Alright, where's our... rank up? No, it wasn't rank up, it was region. Yeah. Hit it, kid. Add 8 regions to our lands. Big green check mark. That makes me happy. If everyone just passes all their stuff here, I'm going to be ecstatic. Success. Failure again. Success. Failure. Success. Success. Jeez. 2 failures this time. That's not good. It's getting worse. Come on, guys. You can do this. There is a thing that we can do eventually that allows us to burn up only like 7 days when we do stuff like this, by the way. Disaster, that's not good. Don't even bother. I don't want to see anything that says disaster. How are we doing? We're still only stable, so we were definitely behind the curve, because last time I did this game and was failing, this was serene, so you know I'm not doing well. That's not a good sign. Region. Come on, GB, you need to pass this shit. I know he's not at like a low number, but a 45% is still doable, man. Nope. This is gonna be rough. Problem is we got so many things that we're working on at the same time. Everyone's turning in, so even if he passes it, we could have like 3 other failures, and that's not cool either. And his, I don't think is a failure as much as it just is done. So, region. Come on, game. Be nice to me. Let me scum with the best of them. Yay. There's my success. The advisors' agents hosted the negotiations. They were polite, but made it clear that Brevoy was not their only commercial partner, and that the interests of the noble houses were equally invested in regional trade. The negotiations resulted in the lifting of several duties. This will bring in a fortune. Economy +8, relations +2. I'll take that. And again, we're doing well over here. Like I said, we just need to get that espionage up to a number that makes me happy. Oh, you so suck. Oh, man. This is the part of the game that I really am not a fan of. I mean, I can understand what they're doing with it. And it's fun that it's here, I will say that. But trying to get a perfect score every time is just annoying. And yes, I know you can shut it off. And I just don't like that either. It's just a weird mechanic. I mean, I will say that they did go out of their way to give us the goddamn coins. So I should be using them. It's my own fault, really. Nope. But there is a another way to buff up your character too. Again, remember, everyone has stats based on a specific physical or mental trait. So that leader bonus he has, probably from intelligence is my guess. As such, if I gave him something that boosts his intelligence, this number will actually go up. But I don't think I have anything to give him on that right now. Which is a darn shame. Darn shame. Come on. Gotta work that shit. Give me something good. Poof. Our success again. Triumph this time. The curator commissioned a local troupe to stage a play about the Stag Lord's gang. Tensions in the region are easing off. The people still remember the times of trouble and are discussing the politics of their new ruler. +3 to culture. Finally getting that one up to a point where it's going to be damn near in the 90s. Good work, bro. Triumph. Go Tristan. The successor chosen by the counselor promised to carry on what the deceased had begun. The people were cheered to see that life goes on, and in the future promises to be happier than the past. Community +1, loyalty +4, stability +2. Tristan, you're crushing it. Success with Ragangar, spider invasion. Military +3. The army went into the woods with torches and drawn swords. In half a day, the last of the disgusting creatures had been cut down. This is our final chance to prepare. Curses upon us. And this project is completed. +2 to bonus to resolve any problem with the warden. Oh, yeah. Now that specifically said problem, so that may mean really problems. So regions, we got a magic of the abandoned keep. And otherworldly power, once nested under the dome of the abandoned keep. Study it to provide your arcane specialist with new knowledge and experience. Effect, +2 arcane to academy, of magic, and +1 arcane to mage towers. Everywhere in the kingdom. That's expensive. But magic always is. Economy, we got aggressive expansion. Sorry, that was my best Joker impersonation. Allows for faster region claims. Here we go. And upgrades, reducing the time required by half. Now we are talking. Well, before we do that, let's just put Lindy in for the time being. We're not going to start it because we have all these up here to look at. But that's the thing I was telling you about. Literally, the ability to just straight up, I'll claim this region. Instead of 14 days, it's 7. Instead of upgrading something, it literally is half the time again. Amazing upgrade for you. Now, obviously, we would rather have that sooner than later, but can't have everything. And again, this may be something that only shows up once you take over the Dire Gnarl Marches. And again, that kind of screws me because we're down to like, I don't know what, like 3 territories left? 4? I think 3, because I don't think you can get all of them that's left. I think we can get Tours of Lebanese, and I think we can get Dunsword over here, and I think we can get, I know we can get Pitax, and I think that's it. So we only have 3 left to claim. But again, that's 14 days, 14 days, and 14 days. It just got chopped down to 7, 7, and 7. So that's pretty solid. And while we can, like I said, get Pitax, we cannot actually get 1,000 Voices, I don't think. I think this is the one territory. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's this one up here I'm thinking of. But I honestly believe that it's this guy. This is like where you do your last big hurrah, and that's when you get screwed over. So, anyway. Come on. Over here. Economy. Restoration of the Silver Shield Fortress. Now we replenish this guy. There'll be a bonus to military and stability +2. Not amazing, I'll grant you, but it's something. Event-wise, though, this is where the problems may arise. Event of the month. Start putting people in it. Don't click anything other than putting them in place. Again, if you know that they have no choice, it makes it a lot easier on you. Notice that Jubilos is not welcome on this one. It's got the red swatch. Why, I don't know, but we'll put Keston in it for the time being. See, now here's where Keston has to be on this one too. It takes 9 days, so I could probably get him to do this and then go back to the other one. We got a problem in the throne room. Hell Knights arrived at the castle. Oh my. And Lindsay wants to talk. Okay, so first off, this is an opportunity, so it's not crucial. It takes 13 days to do it. That's a 25th day. But Keston can do this one, as you can see, and he will do so. And it's done in 9 days. So he'll pass this on the 21st and be able to do this one again if we need to. And again, I still have Jubilos available to slap on this one if I want him to. So, Tristan, I want you to pass this one. I know we're going to be around to scum save this stuff, but we have all these coins. We're not using them. We might as well start using these damn things so that we can pass these a lot easier. Reg, you don't even need no coins, bro. Event of the month. Awesome. Okay. Quick save that. Now, the ancient curse is upon us. That usually means that we're within a specific time frame for the curse. 27 days. Yeah, 30 days. So we still don't go there. It's like the 14th day. When it says 14 days, that's when you want to go over there. And even then, something else will show up here in your kingdom where it's going to be, oh, the spiders are here. Oops. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually close out, but that's okay. Might as well do it like that. I wanted to do that. Like I was saying, though, they'll do something weird before the curse, where it can only be solved in 1 day. So, the Orders of the Rack welcomes you, King. The black-skinned woman slightly bows her carefully shaved head. My name is Lynxia. I come from the distant land of Cheliax in search of a dangerous criminal who is hiding in your barony. She stands tall and almost motionless. The reflected torchlight dances on the surface of her polished black armor and in the depths of her watchful black eyes. I am glad that we have met, and I believe the rule of law in your kingdom is not just empty phrases. I hope for the cooperation from your subjects and you personally. Contrary to her words, Lyncia's face does not express any gladness. The corner of her mouth twitches slightly, betraying carefully concealed discontent. Who is this fugitive you're looking for? A dangerous pirate, a murderer, and a rebel named Darvin, the dashing Fairwood. He was found guilty of inciting rebellion and murdering a noble lord in Cheliax. The law of my order is unwavering. The punishment for such crimes is death. Darvin's rebellion took place in Cheliax 3 years ago. The Order of the Rack quickly suppressed it. The participants were jailed and the instigators quartered. Oh my. But their leader Darvin managed to escape. I have followed his trail for a long time, and now it has led me here. Tell me about the Order of the Rack. We are the Hell Knights. We guard law and order. Legitimate authorities can rely on us entirely. Criminals tremble when they hear our footsteps. The Order of the Rack is a union of knights of Cheliax, led by hatred of idleness, worthless philosophy, and useless knowledge. Indulgence leads to lawlessness and insurrection. We seek out manifestations of dissent and burn them, be they books, scientific treatises, or those who create them. They're book burners. Charming. Lynxia sizes you up. It is in your best interest to maintain friendly relations with us. Trust me, King. Oh yeah, I trust you, bitch. Yeah, there you go. Catching criminals is one thing, but burning books is too much. We do not burn all books, only those that can harm society and place dangerous thoughts in weak-willed minds. It's better to burn a book today than quarter its reader tomorrow. For a moment, Lynxia stares at you with an intense look, but then blinks as if suddenly relaxed. We stand on the side of legitimate authority. You need not be afraid, King. Can I help you with your investigation? The shadow of a smile crossed Lynxia's face. I and my knights are perfectly capable of finding and eliminating one criminal. Your help is unnecessary. If you want to help, do not interfere. I authorize you to conduct your investigation within my kingdom. Sure. Thank you, King. Your good will means a lot to us. I believe you too. Lindsay! Bad news. We've heard that visitors have lately been spreading unfavorable rumors about your kingdom. It's as if Bechuana is a stronghold of barbarism and feeble-mindedness, where people of arts are rare and endangered. Our artists are alleged by these rumors to be considered our least valued citizens. Such rumors can't but affect our reputation. I'm afraid you'll have to entrust one of your advisors with this matter. An antique vendor told me that the Order of Prisms has been spreading nasty rumors. They're one of the branches of Shellen's church. Lindsay scratches her chin thoughtfully. Here's what I've been thinking. A couple of weeks ago, I saw Valerie tear up some letter. She was so terribly angry. Just like she was back when her former mentor came for her. Anyway, I didn't ask her about it. That would be more trouble than it's worth. But you'll probably be able to find out what happened and if this has any connection to Shellen. Oh shit, this is the quest for Valerie. That's cool though. Hey, give me free shit. Bakken. Gave me acid oil. There you go, a little something from old Bakken. Craft me something specific, bro. Give me some potions. Look, some potions. I need to get my arcane or whatever up for him so I can get that goddamn mega potion from him. Oh, dragon. What's up, bro? Dragon bows from the waist and addresses you ceremoniously. Greetings, your highness. By tradition, if a worthy ruler is a patron to a master, the master gives generously in return. I have come to honor this tradition. Please accept the blessed defense. Need something from you. Why don't you make me a one-handed axe? I'll make some plate armor. Why not? Very wise. One should never forget about protection. Everyone thinks of glory and victory. A sharper axe, a heavier hammer. Never stop to think about their bones. Ha ha ha, the fools. Word. And, hello there. Sherelle, the half-elf, is clearly embarrassed to be in the palace. He shuffles his feet and bows shyly. Greetings, your highness. Here, I brought you something. Unnatural robe. Need something for you, bro. Give me a decent robe. I'll give you another cape. You will look irresistible in the clothing I'll make for you. What? That's our clothing guy. He makes us all kinds of shit. And, hello. Chemo. All is ready. I brought you something to Fiery Eye. Hey, Chemo, make me something specific. I would love a spear. I'll do it. Okay. All kinds of shit. Deal with the devil. Alright, what we got here? Newest to oldest. Fiery Eye is just a +1 flaming composite bow. And flare burst 3 times a day as a 3rd level wizard, which is not the worst thing ever, but pass will sell that shit. And it's worth a little money. Unnatural robes, on the other hand, +2 to your will saves. And it's a resistance bonus, by the way, so that means it doesn't stack with the robe, or the cloak of resistance, or anything else that gives a resistance bonus, which is most things. So that's kind of meh. But negative energy resistance 10, that's not bad. And the ability to cast Phantasmal Killer once a day as an 8th level wizard. Yay! The ability to kill stuff. What's this? Oh, Blessed Defense. +3 shield. Heavy shield, no less. With the ability to cast Divine Power. Hey, we got clerics that can use that shit. Where are you at there, Harem? Broseph. You're unjust. What we got for this one? Heavy shield +4 versus heavy shield +3. But it has a spell built into it, so I kind of dig that. 6,500 versus the other one of 4,000. Yeah. This is the acid oil, and remember, these are items that you use to coat your weapon, and for a specific amount of time, they'll do extra acid damage. So in this case, 1 minute times the caster level, so 7 minutes. Unless I have Mr. Potion Master here do it for us, and at that point we get it for a goddamn 14-minute buff. Actually double that, I think, because he's got Enhanced Potion and Extend Potion too. Or if he doesn't, he will soon. That's solid. That is very cool. Now let's actually go here. We need to talk to Val. So that's cool. Hell Knights arrive in the castle. Success. Lindsay talked to us. Order of the Prism's condemnation. The Order of the Prisms discredits your kingdom, calling it a place where culture is forgotten and practitioners of the arts are endangered. This slander could not be resolved by your advisor. It is up to you to handle it. Oh, well, okay then. Lynxia terrorizes your people. Lynxia aggressively interrogates your people, greatly distressing them. Mother fudgers. Alright. Quick save that. So, this basically tells us we have to deal with these people. So again, Valerie's one person we need to talk to. I'm fairly certain. And then that probably will lead to another quest. As a matter of fact, I believe that is the last of Valerie's quests. So we'll go outside to talk to her. We need to sell gear anyway. And then the Lynxia, that Hell Knight biatch. We gotta deal with her. How are we gonna deal with her is the question. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there'll be something on the overland map telling us what to do. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe. Sure hope so. Hell Knight in the rack. Where did you meet Darvin? Where'd you meet Darvin? Speak or I'll skin you alive. Oh, motherfucker, right in front of me. I don't know. I don't know anything. I swear. I've never heard of that name before. Please don't beat me anymore. Anymore? Oh, bitch. Excuse me. Stop this immediately. I give you permission to beat my subjects. The fuck you think you is, lady? Serving your highness. Hey, get your ass over here. We got a fight brewing. It seems I was right in my suspicions. An influential Hell Knight from the Order of the Rack. She arrived in your lands in search of Darvin, dangerous criminal. The rule of law in these lands is just a bunch of empty words, worth no more than a wooden coin. It's not surprising, seeing their ruler's weak will. Oh, bitch, you just fucking throwing down now. Guard Caesar! A gaze could incinerate. There would be a handful of smoldering ash right where you stand. Hell Knights, we're leaving. We'll continue our investigation somewhere else. Don't get in the way of the Order of the Rat King. This is my final warning. Oh, we need to find out where she's camping out so we can slit her throat in the middle of the night. Just saying. Bitch. Your Highness, serving your Highness. Yeah, sorry guys. I did not realize that she was quite the hateful biatch that she was. That is totally my bad. Alright, first I want to sell off this gear before we go talk to Val. Alright, don't need the fiery eye. I don't need the shield. I'm keeping the mithril plate, right? Yeah. Oh, there was a robe I didn't need though. Unnatural robe. Bioth's gifts, robe of water, robe of fire, robe of earth, and robe of air. That's the normal elemental buffs to DC checks, for those of you that are interested. We got a clockwork pendant. Ray of courage. What we got here? Athlete's gloves. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Alright, Val. Where you at, kiddo? Hiding in the corner, I see. Get over here, talk to me. What is going on, Val? Greetings, Valerie sighs. Everything is well, I hope. I'm ready for new orders. I hear you received an unpleasant letter lately. Let me guess, from Lindsay, right? She keeps poking her nose into other people's business. Valerie lowers her head sadly. Forgive me, Dora. I was hoping I'd manage this without your help this time, which is why I didn't tell you. A while ago, I received a letter from a new temple of Shellen on the outskirts of Pitax from a paladin of the Order of Prisms. This time they're not demanding that I return to the Order. Instead, they want me to go there and submit to a great divine trial and answer for all my transgressions in front of Shellen's worthy servants. Valerie scoffs in indignation. Of course, I tore up the letter and tried to forget about it. But now they've begun to plot against the entire kingdom. Maybe if I do go there, I'll be able to convince them to leave us alone. Who knows? Maybe it would be for the best if I appear for this trial. Valerie doesn't notice herself raising her hand and touching her scar. Why is it you never just talk to me? I have to pry everything out of you. Valerie blushes with shame. Please accept my humble apologies, Dora. Every time I encounter a problem, I think it's in my power to handle it on my own, and I cannot keep distracting you from running your kingdom. But time and again, I find I must rely on my friends. I promise I will not keep anything back from you again. Let's go there together and get to the bottom of this. Thank you. I'm ready to go to the Temple of Prisms as soon as you have the time. Bunch of XP. Let's bounce. How are things with the storyteller and Lindsay? Valerie smiles softly. It's amazing, but they seem not to feel insulted by my rash words. But of course, I delivered all due apologies. I just want to make sure that she did apologize. All right. I forgot to follow up on that one. That one was when she was starting to freak out about her scar. She was extra snippy. We don't like extra snippy in my kingdom. It leads to bad things. Alright, so we have to take Val. So let's go like so. And let me put these guys back in place. And we'll just have her be a ranged attacker at this point. Okay. Now. Something had to have been unveiled, and I wasn't paying attention, so we have to look for the name of whatever it was that's missing. And there might be two. One for where we're going with Valerie, and then the other for that biatch that just left our kingdom. Maybe. Beating people in my capital, man. What the actual hell, lady? Quick check on that, too. I think he has ceased her acts of aggression. Okay, good. Next week is asking around about Darwin. Well, that's okay. Or the prison's condemnation, and still waiting to post someone on that one. Like I said, I can't put him on this one, but with the red swash on it, makes it sound like no matter what he does, it's going to be a bad idea. And that's how I handle those. That could be wrong. If you guys know more or can direct me to where I would know more about that, let me know. But I've never seen an update that tells me about that shit. Alright, we got anything? Looking for that new territory. Hemlock Island, no. Mysterious Shrines, no. Oh, Temple of Shellen. Okay, here we go. So we need to teleport to here. Teleport to Glenshire. Alright. Quick save before stuff happens like that. Now remember, we have a curse coming up due here soon, so we gotta be careful. Bread and circuses, another opportunity for the storyteller to succeed. Get to work, buddy. That's a bread and circuses is a common opportunity that keeps cropping up, by the way. So for those of you that are like, I already did that one, yeah, it happens a lot, and it's still one of those that you probably want to complete them, I think, if at all possible, of course. They went out of their way to make the Temple of Shellen way the hell out in the middle of nowhere. Come on and get it. Alright. I'm not crazy. But last time we did any of this shit, Valerie got mugged. Just a little bit of a buffet for her.
I am yours to command.
She's still a decent level, but I would like her not to straight up suck. So, and
It's time to act.
matter of fact, just in case. And on that note, I'm gonna Bane weapon up again, just in case. As I always forget to do, at least the meagerest bumps for our character. It's a pretty swanky place, though. Evold the Silver Tongue, Larian the High Priest, Priest of Shellen. I guess it's this one we want to talk to. Lauren, the High Priest of Shellen, a white-haired priest, looks at you over his glasses. Look who's here, King Dora, my respects, and I see you have brought company. Hedgen, Paladin of Shellen. The Paladin wearing armor strikes his open palm with his fist. Finally, for a woman balancing on the edge of excommunication, you are sluggish, Valerie. Valerie slowly turns her head toward the Paladin and gives him an icy look. I'm never in a hurry to meet those who would seek petty revenge upon the innocent for another's alleged transgressions. Please, everyone, be calm. Let's not hurry in with accusations and hasty decisions. In the end, we're in a sacred place. Arguments under this vaulting are unacceptable. Who are you? My name is Lorien. I'm a priest of Shellen and leader of the local congregation, for now at least, until my place is taken by a permanent priest from the Order of Prisms. For now I am spiritual advisor and mentor to respected Hegend and his people, paladins of Shellen who require the advice of more experienced devotees. What is this place? The Temple of the Lenses is a new abbey for one of the orders of Shellen. The priest looks up at the vaulting in admiration. A beautiful architectural masterpiece, isn't it? Such a sophisticated building will make a splendid home for the Order of Prisms. Which of you is behind the dirty rumors about my kingdom? We say the truth and you call it dirty rumor. We're the protectors of Shellen and all who call her patron. It's ridiculous to hear the charge of slander from one who has befriended a viper. Your friend blackens the name of the goddess herself. I will pass unremarked the vaguely veiled insults. In the end, I have the doubtful honor of talking to a coward who can only throw around empty words and ungrounded accusations. You're too spineless to meet me face to face and make your claims in person. That's why you prefer to strike on the sly. Oof. Please calm down. Although I do not approve of the methods of respected Hegend, I will not tolerate jokes at the expense of a paladin of Shellen in her very temple. I see there's a whole company here. Evold bows in a refined manner. My respects, King. I came at the special invitation of Sir Hegend. How could I refuse a paladin of my beloved patron? My respects to you, and you, Valerie. Fredero Sinet. Oh, Jesus, this prick. Fredero Sinet nods to you and looks at Valerie. Seeing the scar, he purses his lips and shakes his head sorrowfully. I heard about what happened to you, but seeing it with my own eyes is unbearable. Believe me, I never wanted this. To be honest, I don't even remember striking the blow. Yeah, fuck you, Fredero. The wrinkle on Valerie's forehead softens. We settled our argument in battle, Fredero. As for the scar, I've been wearing my wounds for a long time. I don't have the slightest desire to meddle in the affairs of Shellen and her followers. I demand only one thing. Stop slandering me and my subjects. I want you to leave Valerie alone. She serves me and owes no debt to Shellen. Yeah. Divine responsibilities surpass all worldly vows and commitments. Valerie was promised to Shellen and rejected that honor. Now Valerie returns to her order and insults Shellen again. It's time to repent, and answer for your transgressions. I tried to forget everything they stuck into my head in the order, but I remember one thing for certain. Shellen is not revengeful or stern. I don't believe your words, Paladin. You're right, Valerie. Our goddess is not stern with those who misstep, which is why you need not fear the divine trial. Its name is just an old tradition. Valerie looks down, and an expression that could be taken from abashment freezes on her face. What trial are you talking about? Laren folds his hands. The divine trial is a special ritual carried out by followers of a god for someone who has lapsed in their faith. It is not well known, but is used on those for whom there is still hope, for returning to the church, or at least for making peace. Making peace indeed. Valerie, who rejected my lady, should not count on being coddled. What exactly is Valerie accused of? Of persistent disrespect and insolence towards Shellen's order, and the goddess herself. The Order of the Eternal Rose disowned this woman, but we, the Order of Prisms, will finish what was started. If Valerie refuses to repent, we shall suffer punishment. If Shellen's newest order appears each time another one stops persecuting me, my disrespect for your gods will only grow. You are creating the very thing that you so diligently fight, but are incapable of understanding this. Valerie, maybe this trial will bring you peace. Valerie keeps silence for a few minutes, and then takes a deep breath. Very well. I will endure this trial if it helps to put an end to all of this. Valerie keeps silence for a few moments and then takes... Larian says, thank you for agreeing, Valerie. Let's begin. Alright, what is it? Shellen's divine trial has commenced. May she be merciful to the lost and confused. It is time to listen to all sides and decide what fate awaits Valerie. Today, under the vaulting of the Temple of Prisms, we followers of the goddess will give you, Valerie, a chance to redeem yourself in the eyes of Shellen. And enough, Larian. Everybody present knows she doesn't deserve redemption. She lost the right to forgiveness on the day she rejected Shellen's grace. Fred Arrowsinet clears his throat to attract everyone's attention. I didn't come here to stand silent like an idol. When I challenged Valerie to a duel, she agreed. We fought according to all the rules, and our argument was settled. Think what you will of Valerie, but at least she showed me some respect. Okay, cool. I never wanted to insult anyone. All I dreamed of was to choose my own way. Ooh, I want to do this one. I really do. This might piss off Valerie, though. I could just keep quiet. This is like when your girlfriend asks you your opinion when you know she's pissed off. You don't ever give an opinion. Diplomacy 30, though. 24, everyone can choose their own path. You and Fredero follow Sheldon's faith, and Valerie has turned away from it. That doesn't mean you can interfere in her life. That's an easier one to make. We'll make both. It's not my point. This one, though, seems extra pissy, so I kind of want to do it. Valerie despises Sheldon and everything she touches. Don't confuse her good manners with obedience to the goddess. Ooh, that pissed him off. Honest words. Believe me, your highness, none of those present have any illusions about Valerie. Bunch of them. XP. Enough about Fredero. We don't have that much time, and Valerie gives us much to consider. According to her masters at the Order of the Eternal Rose, she's always been noble and merciful. Stories about the valor she showed in Brevoy spread far beyond its borders. How many did this fearless warrior save from the fire at Jamondi's Eldor's house? I helped! They and many others owe their lives to her. I only did what I had to. No more and no less. Diplomacy. What would you say about all those you've killed since? Be honest with yourself, Valerie. You're a warrior, not a nurse. Wow, that's kind of a dick move. Bluff. I don't remember any fire. That's kind of a... What the hell are you trying to do? Get her lynched? Let's try the diplomacy one again. What would you say about all those you've killed since? Be honest with yourself, Valerie. You're a warrior, not a nurse. Valerie throws a lock of hair from her face pensively, but then her lips form an angry sneer. Right. There's no comparing such dramatically different numbers. Enough. I'm tired of this endless babble. I shall prove that Valerie is a capricious and dishonorable woman who has twisted her life to pursue a single goal, to harm everything that is precious to Sheldon. I have a reliable witness who can confirm my statement. I present Sir Evald. Evald the silver-tongued. Evald pushes his chest out and pulls his chin up. This lady insulted me in front of my audience. For no reason. I remember this dick. Arrested me with brutal force. And the worst part is, when the dust settled and our blood cooled, Valerie didn't even think to apologize for her behavior. I'd say that only confirms her maliciousness. Yeah, screw that shit. You provoked her. It was your fault, Evald. We can intimidate him. If I were you, I wouldn't accuse the one who serves the king of the stolen lands. Anything could happen in these parts. I want to play an evil playthrough of this game so bad. Problem is, if you do an evil playthrough, you actually, I mean, if you keep going evil, you will offend, I think, like your entire constituency. I mean, not that I care about the people of a fictional game, but I'm talking about like Valerie and your other advisors. They like openly like hate you for it and like leave. It's just a damn shame too, because man, being evil would be awesome on this game. Let's do your diplomacy one. You provoked her. It was your fault, Evil. Laren raises a brow and looks at Evil over his glasses. Oh, was this man's art meant to do harm? No, well, possibly, just possibly, I might have drawn some inspirations from certain a poetic punishment hymn. Then I cannot accept your statement. Leave this temple. Bitch, get the fuck out. How dare you talk about my Valerie in such manner? And another thing! I like the little, was that a peacock? No. It's a weird-ass looking bird. Valerie raises her head, takes a deep breath. As if awakening from a deep sleep, she looks at the temple's decorations and raises her hand. I've stood here listening to your arguments for long enough. Now it's my turn to speak. For several months, the Sheldon's followers made my life a torture. Why? Because I refused to obey someone else's will. Not a single time was I asked what I wanted. The only desires that mattered were the dim whims of a goddess who expressed herself through her fanatics. You bring woe, bring grief, bring suffering to those around you. Why? Does your goddess want this? Or is it just your own ambition talking, wrapped in the cloth of infallible faith? I've always been appalled by your fanaticism. I'm disgusted by the blunt stupidity that keeps you from seeing the person behind my beauty. And you know what? Now that I've lost this gift of Sheldon, this mask that prevented everyone from seeing the real me, now I'm finally free. And if anyone wants, the divine trial is over. Sheldon has made her decision. About what? How? Valerie touches her face. The scar. It's gone. It is gone. Hedgen, white as a sheet, points at Valerie with a trembling hand. But why? Lauren looks at Valerie sadly. You are full of wrath and resentment towards Sheldon, and these feelings will never allow you to return to her light. Sheldon is not vengeful. She only wanted to teach you a lesson, but since you reject her light, she now steps back and returns what has always been only yours, never hers, your beauty. No! Hedgen pulls out his weapon and shakes it in the air, rolling his bloodshot eyes. The witch has deceived Shillen. Only I know the will of my goddess. Death to Valerie. Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong, motherfucker. I'm killing me some paladins in your own temple. Bitch. Alright, who's first? Me. That's right, me. Where's this jackass? Die! In your face! Valerie, follow up. Die, loser. Pussy. Proto's turn. Alright, let's do a little snowballing. Paladin, a smacky smack. Snake attack. Ooh, and I got that cool rod trick I can still do, by the way. Quicken rod. Oh, and let's do a little zappy zap. Snake attack. And I didn't use the rod. I love that trick, guys. I can't tell you how much I enjoy that trick. Tristan's doesn't want to summon skeletons in their temple because that's just creepy. But I'll do a Paladin Sheldon Bone Shaker. Move up to y'all. Divine Favor. He's pissed. Oh, hell. They're messing with the main priest. Oh, no, that's the Larry the High Priest. There you go. Okay, I'll say, what the hell you think you guys are up to? Okay, this is Eliza's turn. She's got the pokey pokies. Get over there and stab that dude in the face. Oh, smack him in the head. Never mind. Forgot you had that move. He succeeded on his will saving throw though. But hit her for solid damage. She does work. Ooh, yeah, let them summon the monsters. Go ahead. Uh-oh. Oh, you bastard. Flanking positions. Alright, Juby, step away. And bomb the shit out of that bastard. Die, loser. Die again. And one last time. Right. You guys are in for it now. 5-foot stutter step.
This will hurt!
Smack. Smack.
You should have run!
Do not falter!
Oh yeah, take all that damage, you son of a bitch. Proto. 5-foot stutter step that way if you would, madam. Let's triple beam this bastard with some sneak attack love. Oh. Alright, who are we missing? Is there someone on the outskirts that I'm missing? Priest of Shellen. You guys are on my side. They are on my side. Well, who the hell am I missing? Am I supposed to attack him? I don't see his only it queues up an attack. Find out where their dogs go to. Oh, there they are. Oh. T-Boss, come over here. Rotate my camera. No joy. You think you got enough? There's only one dude over there. What the actual hell, guys? I'm gonna come over this way. Like ma. And do I have the ability to... No, I do not. However, I do have... That's it. Damn it. Never mind.
Strike!
I think that might just be the last guy over in that corner, so... Probably wasting her time here, but... She can beam the bastard. Let's do so. And because she can, take that. Tristan, come over here, please. Time to bone shaker. Where is this last son of a bitch at? There's another one standing there. I just didn't even see him. Okay.
Operane sentes.
You ain't getting in, doggo. Can't hit him with bombs, but I can shoot him. Maybe. You can do it. Eat his face off.
Don't hold back!
Oh, that tiny little stutter step kept me from swinging 3 times. That's a boo. Boo on you, sir. Come on, Val. Last bad guy to kill is right over here. Alright, I think it's time for a blast, 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 blast. Take that damage. Valerie is panting and wiping the sweat from her forehead. This is it, finally. Valerie turns to Lauren and looks at him expectantly. I think it's obvious to everyone here that they attack. That bloodshed is always a heavy burden on the shoulders of Shellen's followers. Lauren shakes his head sadly. Forgive them, Valerie. Blind faith clouded their judgment and pushed towards violence, desecrating this holy place. Shellen's light will not soon return to this vaulting. Fredero puts away his weapon, looking sour, but we will do everything in our power to wash away this disgrace. On behalf of the Order of the Eternal Rose, I offer you, Valerie, and you, Your Highness, my sincerest apologies. The Order of Prisms is young and too zealous in their judgments of events and signs. I am sorry the Paladins of the Order of Prism chose the path of violence, but it was their decision and it's not our fault. There's nothing else for us to do here, Dora. If you don't mind, I'd like to have done with this place. Yeah, that didn't exactly feel like visiting the temple of a kind goddess. Valerie scoffs in reply. I hope that after this, Shellen's Paladins will think twice before doing harm to your kingdom. Anyway, they're usually much more reserved than those fanatics from the Order of the Prisms. Let's go. We can discuss it at the capital. I want to see the end of this place as soon as possible. Peace out. Alright, let's steal their shit.
I'm there.
Because I won, and that's how that works. Taking it all. And I'm stealing from your temple. Shellen be damned. I have expenses. And you made me come to your kingdom. For no good goddamn reason. Okay, so now here's the thing. You see how we can see in here? We can't get into
I'll
there.
take care of it.
Because we did not have a teleportation
Our
spell
time
on
has
our
come.
list. Sadly.
Something bothering you?
Oh well.
Head on.
That's what it is. I don't know that there's anything in there, but I hate seeing rooms like that where I'm like, well, I could have just grabbed that stuff.
A rest.
Sadly,
would
no,
be
you
welcome.
can't. Yeah, you guys are fat monkeys right now, aren't you? With your fatness of fat. These damn useless ass tower shields. Good lord, these things are heavy as hell. Like carrying a goddamn door with you. These things are worth money, so I want to keep them. I'll suppose I'll drop that. And I'm sure I can drop something else. Just to get us
Follow
underweight.
if you dare.
More than anything, we're just checking out the church. I don't think there's anything here. But you never know when you're going to pick up another piece of sky metal somewhere. So feel free to check it out. Oh, and loot the place. While Shellen's not looking. That's mine. I left that here. Ooh, a long spear +3. Ooh, that's not bad. You guys don't need that in no church anyway. You're supposed to be a loving order of awesome people. I am removing the temptation of sin from your church, and as such, we'll take it with me. Come on, peeps. Let's go this way. Again, I feel like if we teleported in there, there's probably stuff to steal. We could try. Let's see. Is there some way for me to do this effectively? There might be. Hold on.
Right here,
First
my
off,
friend.
did Tristan Lesser miracle. He may have the teleport ability locked up in there somewhere. Let's take a quick gander here. So we're going to save.
Confide in me.
Put that little bastard right there. All right. So this is how you do this, by the way.
Would be welcome.
Spell level 1, spell level 2. Basically, this is what you're doing. You're summoning a spell. 4, 5, 6. And I have no idea what spell level it is. It's probably level 4. I don't think he has access to it, though. Now. Oh! Wait. Dimension door. Mass dimension door.
Share my path.
That was cute. Let me try that one more time. Just because it bounces out of the room. So maybe this is a spot that you're not made or meant to get to, which is fine. The reason I did that was because, of course, we all went crazy on that.
I'm losing my temper.
I'm listening.
And again, if you look at his spell, here it is. See how you have 11 seconds to use it. So it basically gives you 2 rounds to think about what the hell you're doing. So, again, it's a decent spell. The fact that I get mass teleport is freaking sweet. Yeah, so okay. It's not letting us in. I'm not wasting the spell on it, then that's just dumb. But we'll bounce out of here. And it has been about 3 hours, so that's about enough for today, and I have missed my lunch. So, we'll get on the open road here before too long. After I loot this last body. Should probably talk to these people one last time just to make sure.
I'm there.
It's kind of trippy that her former god decided to scar her face just to prove a point. That's kind of a dick move. Like, you're too hung up on your looks. She's actually the exact opposite. She hates the fact that she has good looks. Taking that Masterwork Club, that's worth $100. This one's worth only 50. Is there anything I can leave behind that's just straight up, who cares? Not really. I mean, I need everything. And I could leave, I suppose, some of that weight behind, but I'd have to leave, what, like 7 of those, and that's just silly. And again, why leave it when we can take it with us, rest, and then we'll lose 7 that way. I will literally not camp at, or not hunt at all. I'll just camp, use my rations. That burns up 6 rations right there. That'll be a nice boon to us. That was a trippy little fight, though. Just out of nowhere. You ain't tired, you crybaby. Start traveling. Keep an eye on the clock.
Arrest.
As well as that there. And that's why. Because chances are someone's turning something in, we need to know about it. We dealt with the other prisms and their attempts to slander you. That's right, we did. And suck it, losers. Yeah. Still have to deal with what's her face, though. Continue your travels. Save again.
May we
Shame
have a moment of respite?
No. Shame we can't do Wicked Hill. It's like right there. And the Mysterious Shrine, of course. Peaceful Traveler. Hey, this is something we can sell. Sweet. Is this our guy? Hope it's our guy. This Flamehead. What up, Flame Face? Such a random thing to put in the game, too. Show me wares. Wait, what did he say? Oh, he's received some new shit. Offer, all that stuff. Keeping that. And then I don't need the long spear +3 or the long sword +2. Probably not. I'll check. Yeah, I got better than that already. So that. I don't need the mithril full plate +1. I don't think I need the light shield +2. We're keeping the Heart of Valor. Anything in here? I don't need a ring. Don't need that necklace. Keeping those stuff. Don't need the Belt of Giant Strength. Nice. Alright, bro. Show me what you got. Boring stuff there. Nothing there. Okay, he's got the Meta Magic Rods. Oh, I should do the check for scrolls. Ice Storm. Need that. Ooh, Genie kind. Banshee Blast. Hellfire Ray. Last Fireball. Finger of Death is level 7. She can't cast level 7 stuff. Summon Monster 7. She can't do that either. Limited Wish. Spell level 5. That's weird. Can't do that either. What that means, by the way, is it's limited. If you cast it from the scroll, the only thing you get to choose is a level 5 spell. But that's okay. I mean, it's still a solid scroll. For what it is, a Limited Wish for that cheap of money? Jesus. We're basically getting screwed. He is, I should say. Wand of Death Ward. Oof. That could come in handy. Oh, here we go. Where's price? Cloak of Resistance +6. Ooh my. 140k for that shit though. Headband of Mental Perfection +4. That's 60,000. That's money. Still a solid item. Now, armor wise, he has, besides the self game, Robe of Transmutation. Now this is an interesting one. Pay attention to this one, guys. +2 DC to all your transmutation spells, which is basically Octavia's bread and butter. Remember, she's a transmuter. And she gets a bonus to saving throws against evocation spells. So this was clearly a robe made for her. I'll actually pick it up simply because I want to have the extra robe. Padded armor of greater negative energy resistance. Weird. Height of armor of greater electricity resistance. Elemental protection. Dark studded leather. Tower of elemental protection. Chain shirt of life. What's that? Plus 2 bonus to save throws against spells with a death descriptor. Okay. Chainmail of greater fire resistance and abandoned armor of greater acid resistance. So I think I know what that's all about. What do we got for weapons though, bro? Speed quarterstaff +3. Now remember that quarterstaff she has? That's only just a +1. And this costs more money, but it's a better swing. So this is probably something worth getting. In fact, because this one has the built-in feather step mass ability, it actually sells for more than it probably should. See that? It actually costs more than this, but this one's technically better, so I'll take that one for her. Ooh, a speed necrotic longsword +2. What is that sexiness? Necrotic weapons are bane to all living things and deal an extra 1d6 of native energy. I might want to buy that for myself. And it's a speed longsword. It's not named, but I don't care. That's pretty solid, man. I might have to give up something for that. Speed bleed spear +2. Shock thundering dart. What the hell? Oh, shock. Electric and sonic. I get you. Keen radiant rapier. Now look at this one. This is a positive energy damage one. It's for the radiant, and it's keen, so it has the best crit range. It's got the positive extra damage up there. You see that. And it's a +2 weapon besides. Now that was something that was her bread and butter, right? Because she has Vein Finder, but she has Troublemaker, Cold Iron Dagger. But that might be interesting for her to have. There's also notice a Greater Corrosive Punching Dagger. And Greater Corrosive just means 2d6 versus 1d6. Same with the Greater Shock plus 2d6. So the electric versus the 1d6. Frost Shock, so again, cold and electric all in one, and it's a +2 quarterstaff. It's got a lot of weird shit. Corrosive Flaming Club. Good lord, man. But yeah, I think we're probably getting into like crazy territory here. And we are burning our money up pretty steady Eddie there. Having said that, I will totally equip my kick-ass new longsword of awesomeness. Oh, man, that looks fucking cool. What does this thing do again? Ah, speed, extra attacks. Oh, yeah, and extra damage. Swap that out for the longsword +3. Yes, it's not as good of a bonus. 18 versus a 17. You see that? But this one's an extra attack. Out. That's totally worth to me. We'll do it like that, and I'm gonna put you right here. So if I ever have to do weapon wield and get a little extra dodge, remember that's the reason we did that. So I get that extra dodge bonus, and I'm immune to the nausea effect, which is helpful. That still gives me a solid touch armor. Not amazing, but definitely in the right direction of where I wanted to go. Alright, now speed quarterstaff. Heal to the yeah. And again, +3 versus +1. That's the only reason that was an upgrade for her. So instead of 11, 11, 11, and 6, that's what it is you see right here. So that's solid. And again, a little more extra damage as well. +2 more. So, you know, a win-win across the board here. Now, yeah, we got people that are straight up tired and exhausted, but that's not a problem. I don't think I bought anything in these categories. Oh, the scrolls, though. First, I should check to make sure that I don't have any that I need. Yeah, here we go. See, I didn't have Hellfire Ray yet. And I purchased it for her, but I want it first. She can have the Banshee Blast. I don't mind that. She can have the Lay Blast Fireball, because I probably already have it. Genie Kind. Horde Wilting she can't use. Ice Storm she can. And I think that catches her up to being current. Alright, now again, a quick proof of all of that. Now, what did I just pick up with it? Hellfire Ray. Yo! Nice, that means I don't have to burn a free spell pick on grabbing that shit. I just have it. That's one thing that I do like about the Magi. They have a spell book, or anyone that has a spell book for that matter. The ability to find a scroll, scribe it into your book, and just be poof. I have it now, screw you, game. So that's kind of sweet. But she just picked up... Oh, hell. My bad. Forgot that it was delayed blast fireball. I thought it was the protective, controlled fireball. The level 4 one. This guy. I didn't read it. That's my fault. She can't use that. There's no way she can use that. That's my bad. But she got Banshee Blast. And again, she can't use any of these yet because she doesn't have the skill in it yet. But she has that now. Just like she has her Disintegrate Transmutation spell, which is freaking sweet. This is the one that you give to Octavia, quite frankly. Because when she freaking unleashes that shit with her bonuses to Transmutation spells in that kick-ass robe we just picked up, she's going to be awesome at that shit. Did she pick up... Oh, yeah, she got Genie Kind. Right? So that's what this one does. It doesn't last long, but... And it's a personal effect, but... +4 natural armor bonus enhancement. Bonus to her con if she doesn't already have that, which she probably does. And she doesn't need it because she's undead. Racial bonus to save paralysis, poison, sleep, and stunning effects, all those things that she's immune to because she is undead, so that doesn't help her at all. So basically the natural armor. But she also gets movement. Where does it say in here? I want to say that they move faster. You're unaffected by difficult terrain, so you have that, I suppose. But you also get extra damage based on whatever type of genie you pick. So you have electric damage, you have acid damage, or fire damage, cold damage, and acid damage. And you get a little bit of resistance to that same type of elemental damage. So that's again, something. So it's not like the best spell in the world, but it's a solid spell choice. But that was cool. Alright. But it really has been too long already, guys. It's 3 hours plus, and I'm hungry. I'm hungry. No one feeds me unless it's me, so I have to do it myself. So, let's see. I'll give you a place to go from here. At least get us back to civilization. And then
May
we'll
we
call
have
it
a
quits.
moment of respite?
No, shut up. You're about to teleport back home. Alright, go to Doraville. Yay. Enter the throne room.
Gather all strength.
Alright. Was well rested up. Come on.
I'm there.
Just a quick check. And a quicker sneeze. Oh, we got here. Noble in trouble. We need to get on that. And again, that's a reg thing. So you see that? So before next month, he has to get on top of this thing. But see, we were saving him. No, we weren't. We're saving Keston for this one. Okay, so can reg get done in time for that? It looks like he can. 5 days. Okay, good. So quick save. With that, my name is Brother Mutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.